Okay, it's been a very long time since I've done one of these, so please bear with me. This is the screencast that I promised um, for the new Dragon website, which hopefully will give you um, just a little bit more insight, just an overview really of just where things are and how you can add things and change things and edit things in the content management system. Hopefully this will be a guide of sorts. Um, so. Take you through different sections of the website, take you through the different pages, and just something so that when the time comes that you want to go into the back end of the website and start changing things, it's going to be a lot easier for you. Hopefully, that's the aim. Um, so to get started, what I've got here is the setup, and as you can see here, this is the home page. I'm aware at this point where I'm doing the screencast here, there's probably images that may need to be changed, and maybe the text might need to be edited here and there. But the concept is generally that where we want it. Um, so this is what we call the front end of the site, um, and this is what all the users see. So what I've got the front end here open in one tab, and in a second tab, I have my admin login. So if we log in here, then we'll come to the dashboard. Now, as I say, hopefully the screencast will just basically give you an idea of how the front end, which is this, and the back end here, relate to one another. So if we start at the home page, for example, for a start, let's see how this corresponds in the front and the back end. So the first place that we want to go to is entries, which is on the left-hand side here. And in entries, you'll see this left-hand column here with all the different, you have channels, you've got structures. Um, don't worry about the terminology of these things. It's all very, very straightforward. But the page in question that we want is the home page, and the home page itself is called Classic British Cheese and Butter. Now, this is a title that you can change. It's entirely up to you. And one page we're on here now is called the Publish page, and it gives you a variety of different fields which correspond to things that you see on the front end. So if we take this, for example, which is home banner, the home banner relates to what we see here, which is everything above the grass, basically. So we've got an image, a banner image, we've got a banner heading, we've got a subheading, we've got a button, and we've also got text in the button. And it is a link to a video. So you've got all those different sort of variables that you can edit and change to whatever you want. So if we just nip back into the dashboard here, we can see that the titles that we can see on the front end correspond to what we see here. So if you just wanted to change the title, for example, or say if you wanted to change it to We Are, just to We Are Dragon, if we save that, we always save top right here. So if we save that entry, go back onto the front, refresh the page, We Are Dragon. And it's as easy as that, really. As I say, anything can be changed in here. If you wanted to change the image, for example, which I know you will do because I know the one that I've put in there is a placeholder for the time being, then all you've got to do is remove that image, add an image to the banner. And again, these are just, placeholders that I've put on there. I know you guys are getting photography done soon. So, hopefully there'll be, much nicer images, I think, than what I've put in here. But if I was to put in, say, that one, just select the image, save again, refresh, and there's your new image. So, it's very intuitive. It's just a case of a couple of clicks and you've got change on the front end. So if we were to move down the page, um, we'll skip over those for now. I'll come back to those. And what we have here is another banner. And again, this is on the home page. We know that. So all we've done here is basically added another banner. As you can see, the image is pizza, which is a dead giveaway for that one. And it works exactly the same. You know, all the fields, you know, which are inside that banner are all editable by yourself. And yeah, that sort of, it's as easy as that for the home banners. If we come back to this area, now this is obviously the products section. Now, as I mentioned, you know, some of these images are going to be changed once the photographer has done his work, and I'm sure it'll look a lot better than this. But essentially what we've got here is we're pulling in a channel, which is the products channel. So while it's not directly part of the home page itself in here, it is being pulled in from a different area of the back end. So if we go back to entries here, and we've got channels here. Now the one we want is under products. So if we look in products, and here we can see pretty much all the products that you guys do. So if we were to say, for example, let's try the vintage cheddar with leeks. Let's take that one in particular. If we were to click into that one, which is there, you'll see a few things straight away which are already showing on the home page. Now we can see that it has an image. We've got this packaging image that's in there at the moment. We've also got a title, which is here, and we've also got a little bit of blurb, a little bit of information there. Now that corresponds to certain fields inside this entry here for the product. So we can see that there is the picture that's being used. There we can see the introduction, and there we've got the title. So those three fields there, the intro, the product image, and the title, are being used on the home page. For a more complicated one, such as the sea salt cheddar, the Cavan aged cheddar, these were the products that I believe that you wanted to maybe go off to their own pages so you could put a bit more information about their story. So if we took the sea salt cheddar, for example, you see this has a bit of information in it. It's placeholder information for the time being, but I think for this for the screencast itself, I think it serves its purpose. You've basically got a bit of information. You've got an introduction there. You've got a bit of body text. You've got a full-size image. You've got a little image carousel. You've also got a quote, and at the bottom you've also got links to all of the other products that you guys do. So in terms of where all of this information is coming from, it's very, very similar to how the information on the home page is displayed, and we can see it here. And basically, important area I think is probably here, which is the page body. I'll tell you what we'll do. Rather than being vintage leather, we're on sea salt cheddar here. So if we go back into entries and go into sea salt cheddar, just so that we're all synced up. Now, as you can see, we've got the intro here. Now the intro corresponds to what we see here. We can see that it's got page body and it has a text block. So we have that there. We've also got an image with a caption. We've got a gallery. Now, what's useful here is that you're able to maybe lay out different pages in different ways. I think this gives you the power to do that. So basically what you have here is you have different fields that you can add. So, I mean, let's put it into practice. If, say, for example, you have a bit of text here, and then you've got an image below it, which is what we have. We've got the text here and the image here. Say, for example, you wanted to put another bit of text in between these two here. So how you would do that is, well, first let's just grab that content for a start. And the field that we want here is text. So if we put that, it will add in another row, if you like. So if we pop that information in there, and what's clever about this is that it gives us the option to move things around. So if we drag this text up to there, which as you can see puts it in between the image and the gallery. So if we save that, and once we've refreshed, we can see that now the text that we've put in has appeared exactly where we wanted it, which was between the image and the gallery slider. So this gives you just a few more options into how you want to sort of lay out the page, and it just makes you, you know, you can put different things in different places, and it just gives you a bit of variety to the different pages. So that is the products. There are a few more fields down there which you can have a play with. But if we go back to entries, so basically the other channels work very, very similarly to how the products work, to how everything works. Everything has its own kind of set of rules, and pretty much every channel, every page sticks to that same set of rules. So it's you're not doing something completely different every time you want to change a different element of the site. Everything will be similar. You know, as you can see, we've got some recipes in there. You know, same deal. You know, it's just you know, you've got your title and your taglines, and you basically are presented with the same publish page. If we just have a look at pages here, you know, it's the same, you know, you know, easy layout, I think. The CMS that this is built on is a system called Craft, and it is, you know, it is sort of, it has simplicity in mind. It keeps things just very, very minimal for the user. Doesn't overcomplicate anything. And I think that's what you've got here. As I said, I mean, you know, there are other areas that you can explore once you get more confident, and you know, I'm happy to do, you know, more of these screencasts as that time comes. But this was just to give you a bit of an oversight into the main areas of the site that you'll likely be working with, which is the entries area. So so I think I'll leave it there. I mean, hopefully, you know, this has give you a bit of an overview. You know, I'm sure the presentation of this has been a bit all over the place. As I say, it's been a long time since I've done one of these, but you know, hopefully it wasn't too confusing for you. Um, and you know, I'm sure once you get logged in and look around, you know, you'll pick it up in no time. Um, but I'll post this video up to YouTube, and what I'll do is I'll send you the link for it, so you can pop back and view it whenever you want, or download it, or whatever you know would like to do. So yeah, so I'll leave it there. So thanks a lot.